I'm just flying around this beautiful water with the snow turned off before we head out again.
Yeah, it makes a big difference without that snow. Do you think there'll ever be a day where we all have a group flight and there's no issues? Honestly, it's like the promised land, isn't it? It's like the Asobo promised land.
Maybe in 10 years.
2 weeks, in 2 weeks.
No, yo estoy jugando. Paso. ¿Tú no quieres comer donde tu mamá?
Every time. I don't know what the interference is. Gotta be something. There, I got it.
Are you getting on Boseda?
Flying over these mountains. Heading there.
What aircraft are you in?
Gravel.
So what are we doing? I see a lot of people ready to go. It looks like. El
I'm just
Norian.
checking things out.
El Norn. Is he in Discord?
Nope. Correction, yes.
Hello, Serena.
El Non is on mute.
I see. Are we about ready to mosey that direction? Looks like. Where's
Well,
Map?
Boseda, in that case, Boseda, do you want to make a headway to Oscar Papa Sierra Delta?
Well, he's 30
Well, you
miles.
can-
We can wait if you need.
Well, you can take off. Just take off. I'll find you guys. I'll head to the next airport.
Oscar Papa Sierra Delta, yeah?
When you
Yeah,
spawned
I got
in,
it on my side. Yeah,
you
I'm
spawned
in.
in on Chris, and it put you at a different airport.
Yep.
At the next one.
Well, it's not the next one. I think it's the nearest one. I guess. I don't know. I had several issues today with the sim. I had to try look into my community folder, and had several CTDs today. I don't know if it's with the new update or what is it. I don't know.
Bummer.
Yeah, don't wait for me either, because I can't see any of you guys. Maybe it'll pop in later.
Well, again, if you want to head towards Oscar Papa Sierra Delta, that's maybe the best option.
Oscar Popper Sierra Delta.
After you, truck map. You there, Matt? Okay, then rolling in that case. If I think maybe Matt's gone for a break, don't know.
Well, mine didn't register a hard landing that time. Okay.
Go ahead, Ice.
Matt, come on, bud.
Nice sideways flying.
You like that?
Yeah, last time mine just said pilot error.
On what?
Okay, right behind you, Ice.
Am I going the right way? I'm not even looking at my...
I think we have to make a right-hand turn.
Yeah, no. To left. And
Turning left. Over the lake.
yes. Yes, toward... Yeah. Firehawk's going the wrong way. Oh, wait a minute. What? I'm going the wrong way.
Follow me, Ice.
I'm looking. I got to get my bearings.
It's about 270.
Yeah, bunch still on the runway, though. There we go. Matt's the only one still on the ground.
Okay, people are starting to show up.
Good.
Nice.
Yeah, I haven't used navs once yet.
It's definitely very nice with the snow turned off. Beautiful.
Although there's a lot to be said for... What? Of one yet. Okay. Lot to be said for the beautiful views of snow-covered and flying in real time and real weather and all of those nice things. But the scenery is so pretty. Let's see. Speed up here.
I live at the base of the Rockies, and wife loves it. And I'm like, I'd rather live near an ocean or a lake where I could fish every day.
Well,
I suppose living in the mountains with a lake, it's the best of both worlds.
Yes and no. If I'd like to catch like trout, I'd be no problem living in the mountains.
Anybody ever do a real world flight at Alaska? That's pretty beautiful.
Oh
used
yeah.
I used to live there and fly all around there a lot.
Oh, real nice. Went on a cruise many years ago, and we took a float plane ride in Ketchikan into Misty Fords National Park and landed in a lake. That was really something.
I did a Mount McKinley or Denali flight, whatever you want to call it, up there.
Oh, that must have been great too.
It was pretty cool.
They also do helicopter rides out of Juneau to one of the glaciers, and we did that too. And I think there was about 5 helicopters that went in formation and landed around a marker that they had set up on the glacier all at once. It was pretty amazing.
Yep, crashed the desktop.
Oh.
where are you going, Chris?
No.
I had an opportunity to put together a flight of a bunch of state executive officials from a recreation perspective, and we took the helicopter out of Talkeetna and up into the Ruth Glacier and the Ruth Amphitheater, right on the east slope of Denali. And I was chief of pilot, so I got a window seat. Forgot my camera that day.
Oh no.
It was like one of those few days that Denali's actually open and visible and was clear. Oh, I just kicked myself.
Yeah, the scenery is amazing.
Yep.
Yeah,
You
sorry,
know-
Iceman, I just fancied having a look down that valley, that was all.
Oh, that's all right. I just want to make sure you wasn't getting lost.
You know, those mountains west of Anchorage, along the inlet there, they are the most beautiful of all. But man, they are always covered in cloud. You rarely get to see them.
We're going to be there here in a couple weeks.
Active volcanoes. There's
Yep.
there's some clear days in the winter that you can look down there and you can see steam and a little bit of smoke sometimes coming out of them.
I lived in Anchorage for 9 years. I loved most of the years. I just got tired of the 8 months of winter, though. I had to quit that.
Were you doing corporate aviation?
No, I was in the Air Force, and I retired down in Colorado, and I moved back for a few years.
Well, I got one for you. I got somebody in front of me. I can see their lights, but I got no tag on them.
Mojo Rising.
Mojo Rising.
Is that Mojo in front of me?
Roger.
Well, how come I
I
don't
was
see
at
it?
work.
No, it's not Roger. It's Mojo.
How come I don't see a tag on it?
Roger.
What's
I was
your
at work
vector,
when that
Vector?
C-17 crashed there.
What's your vector, Vector?
Roger.
Why don't you
Matt,
call
if you're
me,
gonna come back in, do it to Oscar Papa Sierra Delta, I would.
I'm just going to spawn in where everybody is.
I don't know if I can do this. Crash. Oh!
You'll be okay, Iceman. Just fly through a really tight cave there. You'll be okay. Go on, we believe in you.
Well, that was hard.
I could even see your tag took a big old jerk, Ice.
That was hard. I tried to get into that bridge. It wouldn't have any part of it.
Oh, look at that. Cool.
See, it's a good thing I was flying a few guys. I'd be yanking out my graphics card. Would have never known it was a flight plan causing issues.
We really fought this because it's a great flight plan if you can stand it.
Hey, but the bridge is flyable.
probably is. I hit it.
Yeah, I'm getting 39 to 47 FPS, anywhere in there.
So autopilot's doing really great at about 115 knots. It's like following pretty well.
So how many of you have flown through the Grand Canyon?
Do you mean
Well,
real
not
world?
entirely.
I'm talking about on simulators.
I've flown it a few times. Different flight plans.
Never done it. Is it worth it?
I think it's pretty cool. I like to fly in a fast jet and try to keep from crashing.
So have you done the Mac loop in Wales on the sim yet? I know a lot of people have. I've never personally tried it, but
I have not.
Actually, when it was in the MS official flight on Friday, a couple of months ago, when they introduced the F-18.
I bet that was carnage, wasn't it?
That was.
You know, when I was in Saudi Arabia... Go ahead, sorry.
A really fun Grand run is fly the Icon and try to keep it at about 30 to 50 feet off the water and follow the canyon.
Chris, you got your gear down.
Yeah, I'm a Kodiak. I can't put my gear up.
Has anyone heard when they're coming out with the float version of that?
I believe it's on the horizon kind of thing.
You know, when I was in Saudi Arabia, I was at a place they called the Hanging Village, and it was a gigantic canyon, and it was like as big as a Grand Canyon, but I swear I could never find it.
Where's my mod?
I suppose if I looked a little harder, I could probably find it, but I tried for a day or two looking for it, and just wasn't anywhere around.
Sorry, I had to stop.
Are you stopping here?
No, I just had to take care of some stream issue.
Keep going.
Yeah, I'm back in. I'm back in.
I see you. Yep.
I just had to ban somebody. Get that old, what do they call it, ice gavel out. Banned forever.
The ice pick.
You're on my list.
It wasn't me.
No, wasn't you? You're a member in good standing. There's one day somebody's going to click one of those, and I didn't have a good look at it first.
My wife's taking me to the zoo today. She's going to return me to the silverback exhibit.
Trying to find out where you guys are flying here on the world map.
So I didn't want everybody that has supported the stream here, someone who cares a little, Chris, Bozetta Boy Grantler, Bubble Me Tuna, Better Scenes, Inzen. Appreciate all of y'all's support. It's the Fritz, Mojo Horizon, and Rogue Girl, along with Sega Dream. Appreciate everybody stopping in, supporting the stream. This is Sunday FunDay. We're flying India and Pakistan. Do some IFR Low and slow.
Matt, if you go to OPSD, we'll be arriving there in about 10 minutes.
I lost the weapon.
All right.
Matt, we hollered at you back there. I'm sorry we missed you.
Yeah, I was in the kitchen.
Life happens. Somebody also told me. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Just saying, Bo Sada, how are you getting on?
Almost at the next airport.
Okay, I'll be there in a sec. Hopefully, I'll see you.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, I'm loading in OPSD. Gonna fly the SR-22.
Hope we can catch up then. It's a nice 150 knot aircraft.
Yeah. Yeah,
The only thing with the SR-22 is where you've got to lock down at your autopilot.
Well, I don't think I'll be using autopilot in this flight.
No, fair enough.
Maybe once, right? For landing?
Yeah.
Nice aircraft, though. Was that the is that part of the premium deluxe? Was it, or is that just standard?
I'm not sure. Probably the premium deluxe.
Have you got a glass panel or steam gauges?
Glass
G1000,
panel.
G1000 in that.
No.
Actually, Bo Sada, I wanted to ask you about that. You've got the standard, haven't you? You've not downloaded the NXI.
Nope.
Does it do the visual approaches as well? Obviously, you can do RNAV and ILS. Does it actually include visual as well, or does it not?
Oh, the what's the custom? You mean the default Garmin?
Yes, the default. So on the NXI, you can select a visual approach, and even though it's obviously visual, you can still get that center line to the runway.
I think you can.
Is that another good run? Waterfall, Grantler?
Oh, did I miss something?
I don't know. I'm behind you a ways. It kind of looked like it dropped off. Maybe it didn't.
That river is some kind of weird. Sometimes it flows over the mountains.
Up and over that. Kind of hard to.
Yeah, they really should work on this.
Yes.
You know something I noticed? If you just got on autopilot and your altitude and your IAS, it flies perfectly. You don't need nav or heading.
I just flying right there with autopilot. Nav, Alt, and Ace.
Yep.
So we've got Skywolf and Airless Badger in.
All right, Earless Badger. Is Wolf in the Discord?
Nope, can't see him.
Earless Badger's becoming a real regular.
I can see Trotmat on the ground as well, but I cannot see Bo Sada.
Yeah, I don't see anyone.
I see you, Bozada. I'm right next to you.
Yeah, I see you too.
Have you checked your tags, Bozada?
Yes, I have. And I saw you earlier.
Yeah.
And then you just disappeared.
Who's on the ground here? Chris, are you on the ground?
No, I'm just entering now. I'm about 5 minutes away, if that.
Is Martha still catching lobster?
Yeah, sure thing.
That was so funny. I told my wife about that. She laughed. Absolutely gorgeous. Wonder how much a vacation would cost in this part of the world.
Pretty cheap, I'd say. It's just getting there, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But never
this
tell the guys around you
Scardu.
served in the army.
Yeah, this Scardu we're flying into. There's something on YouTube. I was watching it, and Pakistan International Airways do a daily flight from Islamabad over to Scardu. And actually, what all they do, the aircraft, an A320 lands on the runway. There's a set of steps that comes up to it, or just off the runway, and you just kind of get off the plane in the middle of the airport.
Used to be that way everywhere. We never had jetways or even staircases. You know, they'd push
We're talking about in the middle of the runway, pretty much. So there's no kind of attached into an apron or anything like that.
Right.
It's like flying into Liverpool.
I don't know if it's still that way, but years ago when I flew into Washington Dulles, they wouldn't let any of the airplanes come up to the terminal. The way their system worked is they parked out on a big apron, and then they had these mobile, like, cargo containers that would come out, scissor up, dock into the airplane. You'd get on this thing. It was like a bus. They'd back away, lower it down, and then bring you back over to the terminal, and then dock to the terminal, and then you get off that way. It was the most bizarre thing.
Yeah, I had that same thing in 2003, 4, and 5.
I was there a couple years ago, and they didn't have that.
Yeah.
I see Bozeta, Earl, Loster's coming in.
Last time I was flying out of Dulles, they had just brought in the shuttle Enterprise, and the Smithsonian was going to establish their satellite facility out there, and they had it just sitting out on the ramp. And I got to know the fire marshal for the airport there, and he loaded us up and took us out. We got a chance to walk around and climb up on the tires and do all that with there. And while we were out there, we saw the Concorde with, it wasn't one of the last flights, but it was certainly in the latter part of its life, doing approach and landing at Dulles. So that was pretty impressive.
Nice.
Chalk
That
those
one
up.
was in the Concorde Museum in Washington.
I'm hoping when they come out with it for the sim that it's even close to realistic. FS9 and FSX did a real good job with it. I just wonder what.
Speaking of fast planes, when I was in Okinawa, they had the SR-72 there, and they said it's top secret when it flies, but you can see it every Tuesday at noon.
72?
Yes.
Not 71.
I'm sorry, 71, you're right. The Blackbird. I was thinking of freaking Cessnas. I'm like, what the hell?
I was thinking, wow, we just learned something really amazing.
Now, my old man, he's seen it fly when he was in the Air Force, and when the thing would land and taxi in, it would just be leaking fuel like a sieve when it came in for a landing.
It always leaks on ground like an old man.
Yeah, it's like it's nitrogen. It's loaded with nitrogen and stuff. I saw it. I saw it at an air show. It flew into the air show, landed, and then they made it a static display.
I want to say the engineering on that was set up so when it's flying and generating a lot of heat, that the entire fuselage was engineered to stretch, I don't know, it was like 16, 20 inches, something like that.
Exactly. It does that with heat because of the heat from the friction. Exactly right.
So when it's
And it was a nice job how they got their Titan from the Russians. Was a nice job.
Yeah. Yeah, so when it's on the ground, the panels around the fuel cells and everything, they're all loose, and so yeah, they leak and dribble and drip and make a mess.
Yeah.
Well, everybody got their modern aviation from the Germans. I'll tell you that right now. I mean, they had a flying winged aircraft in World War II. They just didn't use it.
So, I see everybody pretty well with us here.
I'm on the final waypoint turning to the airport.
Now that we've actually, regrouped at a airport on the flight plan.
Hey, I'm seeing someone flying. I don't see any name tags, but I can see a plane flying.
You still not seeing any name tags?
Nope.
Silly question. Have you checked your settings, make sure that they're switched on?
Your nameplate. Your nameplate setting?
Yep.
Have you got the one from Flight Sim TO, or have you got the standard one set?
I have updated my nameplates, and they worked fine earlier today. I don't know what happened during the flight that they just disappeared.
Well, I just
Is it worth trying to set them to standard again? Set them to default nameplates, maybe?
Can you see me on your 2 o'clock, Poseda?
Nope.
I see you.
Are you guys stopping here?
We stopped for at least a moment. I'm just checking, make sure if anybody wants to use a bucket or anything.
I'll orbit.
Orbit?
Well, I could use the bucket.
Would anybody like to hear the unofficial reason why the SR-71 crashed in the Philippines?
Tell us all about it.
Well, go ahead.
Okay, official was mechanical failure, but the unofficial true reason ran out of fuel. Swear to God.
Wow.
The joke was pilot to the co-pilot. Did you refuel? No, I thought you did.
It's like the Power Rangers with those big robots. Are you driving? I'm not driving. Are you driving?
There you go.
Uh-oh.
I thought you did it. No, I thought you did it.
Okay, I'll be back in a minute.
All right.
But I remember the in-flight emergency. They said they're 15 minutes out. Well, it crashed like 600 miles from base.
Yeah, you would think that I had enough fuel.
Of course, you'll never see that in any official documents anywhere.
That's on the checklist, your fuel load. I thought that was a single pilot. Or was that a dual pilot?
Yeah, I'm just kidding around. Yeah, the frickin' plane, whenever it would take off, they said it would refueled almost immediately after takeoff.
Oh, okay, yeah.
This is a giant flying fuel tank.
Yeah.
Hey! I'm Rocky Mountain Pilot. Yeah, I'm right above you guys. I'm over here, just flying around lost like always.
I'm circling to the right of the runway approach end.
Be right back.
Yeah, I know all kinds of stuff that's probably not classified anymore. Those sand dunes we flew over look pretty cool. I imagine this part of the world is very, very windy.
Gentlemen, I'm going to have to bail out of here. It's been fun. Hopefully we can do it again real soon.
Have a good one.
Yeah, blue skies. Take it easy.
Okay, yeah. Good night, guys.
Hey, Ice, maybe we could fly through New York City on one of the legs.
Okay.
Yeah, it might take a while getting through New York City, landing on all those skyscrapers.
That'd be fun. I could show you guys all the local helipads. There's scenery on FlightSim.to. It's a whole bunch of hospital helipads that I collaborated with someone on, and there's in New York, New Jersey, and Long Island. There's about 10 of them. Okay. Okay. I think so. Yep.
So where does it end in the U.S.? Okay, that'd be nice.
Watch this. I just said, watch this space. I said, watch this space. We've not heard that before. Okay, disregard.
Bozeda, are you there?
Yep. Yep.
Wilco.
I'm back with a good latte macchiato too. I would if it would be possible. It's just pressing a button for me.
Pressing the bucket?
A button.
Oh.
I cannot see both sides.
I'm on my way. Right up to the end of the runway.
I cannot see Bozeda at all.
I guess it's
I
someone
see Bozeda.
behind me, but I don't
see
see any
Bozeda.
name tags.
Okay, I've got ICE333. Okay. Can't see Bozeda then. Okay, are we going? Okay, I'll take your word for it. Can't see him at all.
Bozeda is right in front of you. He just take off.
Well, I don't see you, Chris. Oh, so, but what are you doing to us? I did. Yeah, I did it even in Latin.
What?
Pia sopo domine, dona es requiem.
Oh my goodness, I'm so glad that I totally forgot of every single Latin word I learned in my career.
Amen.
Amen.
I really hated it at school.
I went to Catholic school.
Yeah, me too.
They were just changing over to the English Mass when I went. I was in the second grade. They started us learning Latin, and then they stopped.
I'm back.
You need a scratch?
I've been doing good. Tell you guys another neat plane that I saw in my days in the Air Force was the U-2. That was really cool.
They're using it right now, and the NATO borders, they are back in duty.
What was really cool was when it would land, it'd have two, they were Mustang 5.0 chase cars. And what I remember was when it would land, it would catch the wings. They'd be on either side of the aircraft. And the wings would land on top of the 5.0 Mustangs as it was landing.
Yeah, that's the only way. The support wheels are lost on takeoff.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. I felt sorry for the pilots, man. They had to wear diapers. They were up in the air for like a day.
Yeah, and that in that high pressure suit, I don't think that's very comfortable.
Probably
I mean, diapers aside, there are worse jobs, aren't there? You know, there are worse jobs to have, I suppose.
Yeah, they'd get out of the cockpit and they'd go immediately to the restroom.
Just getting a bit of altitude. Nah, just getting a bit of altitude. Actually, because even though we kind of planned this second half of the flight, I wasn't really integral to it. So I'm following you, basically. Also, you don't have rockets that can fire from the back, do you? So well, that's not very nice, is it?
Well, Chris, you gotta remember those are only rockets. You can, maneuver them. If they were missiles, they would be harder to maneuver.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, it's actually you who's trying to kill anyway, not me. Now the cat's out of the bag, we can all be friends again.
Well, how do you know he's not trying to kill both of us?
I think he's trying to play one off against the other, to be honest, Bo Sader.
That could be his plan as well. That's
I
one way
honestly
to kill
think
us.
it's just discrimination towards fixed wing.
Yeah, leave the dirty work to us.
If it were me trying to kill you, you'd have absolutely nothing to worry about.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. With Iceman trying to kill me, I've got absolutely nothing to worry about. He just tries to say silly things like, "Why don't you land on that volcano?" You're just like, "Well, no." First degree murder's not one of them, is it? I've already made a report to Twitch, Ice Man. I'm just waiting for some sort of reply.
Censorship.
Use code. So rather than talking about shooting somebody down, it's like, yeah, I'm going to give you cupcakes.
I was listening to that silly, I think it's Viagra commercial, and they said giving a code word, and the lady said, "Hey, I think it's time we go feed the cat."
Oh.
It was hilarious.
By the way, that topic with that killing is so often here in Group Life, I've already thought of making an Undertaker livery.
Listen, I was about to buy the P-38 Lightning the other day just to avoid his rockets. You know, I don't think the Kodiak cuts it. I don't think the Kodiak cuts it for evasive maneuvers.
Yeah, I don't think it's agile enough.
I guess we all have to just get the new Apache for DCS and try this.
I guess so.
I'm really thinking about going back to DCS because of that Apache.
Looks pretty good.
Ooh, I see a bridge.
I used to fly the UE in DCS in a full-size simulator in Munich, and it was so awesome. It was an original canopy of an UH-1D.
What kind of a screen did they have for that? Was it like a dome projection?
Yeah, complete dome with 7 beamers.
Wow.
I was doing that, not jobbing, but I was the chief editor from 2 flight simulation online magazines, so I got a lot of good networks in that scene.
Nice.
So if you want to fly a 737, you just have to visit me, or if you want to fly a helicopter in a 1-to-1 scale, we can make an appointment.
Sounds great.
Yeah, but I think always on the energy prices now. When I start my cockpit, it's about nearly 3 kilowatts an hour.
For what? For the full-size simulator?
Yeah, for my one in my sleeping room, I got 3 beamers, 3 computers, instructor station. I had to install an air condition to get the heat out in the summer.
Wow.
I can surely do this.
Yeah, Grantley, then what you'll need to do is message me directly your nearest home airport, and I'm coming there for my summer holidays.
For sure, we got a guest room.
Hey, it could be a group trip.
But this could be really a good idea, boys, because I can talk to Dirk. He's the owner of all the simulators, and he lends it to other companies. And I think he would be really glad about got some good promotion after the COVID times.
I take that as a no.
Let me count it. For the main instrument panel, there are 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 FNCs are 6, and the instructor station are 3. So there are 9 displays.
Whoa.
That's impressive. Wow.
Yeah, but I used to work in the ID business, and I also went for old things that they want to bring to the recycling place, and I always refurbished them, and so it was not that expensive. Yeah, but VR is a curse to me now because I have a full-size sim, but I don't want to go back.
I have all kinds of old SciTech panels and everything I need to get rid of because I don't need them anymore. Yeah, I'm thinking of selling them. Yes. I got to go through them all. I used to have like 4 or 5 of those little LCD panels. I got them somewhere.
FIPs, they're called.
Exactly.
Yeah, I got 3 of them as the standard 3 steam gauges in my first cockpit build.
Yeah. My brother wants to get into flight simulation.
Have you guys seen the Stream Deck program for the 145? It's a little intricate to set up because you also need another interface program, but it works real well.
But my brother's going to get my old G2 VR goggles, and I'm going to build him a computer, but I am not building it for free. He's got to pay me for those.
Roger.
To the right or to the left? Does anybody know if they even make a laptop strong enough to run VR and Flight Simulator?
I am on a laptop.
Really? What kind you got, sir?
I got an MSI laptop with a 3060 in it, and the 3060 on the mobile version has more rendering cores than the desktop version, so it can run on lower speeds and have nearly the same power.
Interesting.
Yeah, but I have to let the cooling system run, and it's loud like hell.
Well, heck, my video card's loud as hell too.
And it was only for 1,000 euros, and this is a pretty damn good price.
Interesting. Maybe I just have my brother get that.
It's an i7 10750H.
And how many USB ports does it have to like connect? Like flight yokes and everything?
It's got two USB-A, but it's third gen, and two USB-C ports, but they don't support video signal. That's the only problem with that laptop. You can't use any direct connected VR glasses, so I use the Oculus.
Okay, yeah, it wouldn't work for him then.
Just one model up higher is about $100 more, and it's got the Thunderbolts.
I think that'd be less expensive than building him a desktop, honestly.
Yeah, this was what I was thinking about. I was planning to build a new good PC for my flight simulation, but I thought with this prices, I just should go for a notebook and try it.
Yo, knock.
Just half a graphics cards in cost.
Quick question. Yeah, I'm here. Hey, what's the next waypoint that you guys are coming up on? That's the ICAO? Oh man, that's a short flight for you today, huh?
Yeah, it was just over that, I think.
Oh, something I forgot about the notebook. I have a cooling pad below it with 5 fans. You really will need it to stop the notebook from throttling down.
Okay, thanks for that.
Yeah, it all comes to air and cooling with that high power notebooks and small factors.
No, not really, because sorry, I was gonna make a stupid joke there. I won't because it's a PG-13 chat. Yeah, no, that's fine. If you had given me, I was looking for just a logo for you, like if you had an Iceman 33 or 333 logo, because it's not all related to the World Tour, to the World Tour. No worries. No worries at all. Alrighty. Well, I'm popping back out. I'm binge watching some Netflix right now. Alright. See you guys. Enjoy the rest of the flight.
See you later.
See ya.
Dave.
Have a good one.
Hey, Mojo, I'm right behind you.
Let me know when you guys are ready for a clean joke. Okay, so there's these 3 brothers, and it was their mom's birthday, so they were bragging about what they got her. One says, I bought her a brand new mansion, 5,000 square foot, beautiful. Second one said, and I got her a movie theater put in that mansion. And the third one says, well, she can't read, so I got her a parrot that totally quotes the Bible, because she loved to read the Bible when she was younger. So on the next birthday, they talked to the mom, and the mom said, thanks so much for getting me this huge house, but I stumble around, I don't know where I'm at, I can't see, and thanks for the movie theater. I can't see the screen, and all my friends are dead. I have no one to enjoy it with. And the third son, she says, but you gave me a great gift last year. I really enjoyed the chicken. Bada bing.
Okay, full throttle, evasive maneuvers. See you later.
Uh-oh.
Look, right, if you're going to shoot Chris, I'm gonna join in F-18.
Okay, Bosader, whatever happened to the fixed wing alliance? Right, you need to keep Bosader on some sort of leash or chain, I think. He's a bit evil when he wants to be, isn't he?
Well,
Oh,
I'll do
there's
what I must. I'll protect the fixed wings.
You know, you're talking about Iceman. He's a puppet master. Don't let him get into your head.
I won't. I won't.
too late, guys.
How do we say nicely in Twitch? I'm gonna send him a nice bucket of kittens.
Right.
Well, then, well, I can send puppies as well.
Do you know the worst thing about that, Bosader? I'd actually slowed down for him to catch up, but that's the worst part. I mean, it hurts. It really hurts.
Oh, you're trying to be nice and he's shooting you.
I'll tell you something funny. I saw this lady had a sign on her front porch that said, "All unattended children will be given a puppy and an energy drink."
Did you see the this photograph on Facebook yesterday? It was floating around. That had it was a sign on a door to a hangar, and it said, "All pilots require adult supervision to enter."
Man, this scenery is a spectacular. It's amazing.
It's nice. It's a bit glitchy every
Just
now
gonna
and then.
say,
but-
I've got a lot of glitches. I've got a lot of big holes in the ground, shall we say?
Yeah, me too.
Not to mention the cars riding up the side of the hill.
Listen,
No.
for the first half an hour of this flight, I thought all cars in Pakistan didn't have wheels.
I was just wondering what kind of super wheels are they driving with? I mean, look at the roads.
Those are sinkholes, guys.
Just remember FSX vanilla and enjoy the ride.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Or even X-Plane. I was flying a long time on X-Plane also, but it looks much better right now here. And
Well,
I
I
don't
thought-
think they got me for X-Plane 12 this time.
I thought X-Plane 11's Grand Canyon scenery looked better than Flight Simulator.
Maybe it was on my old system that was not so powerful. Maybe I should try it again. But I always love to play around with old simulators because I love this interfacing aspect when you build in a cockpit. It's so nice to get something out and into the computer. So if some of you guys are planning to build a home complex, don't hesitate to ask me for. I know about these Arduino cards. I know about open cockpits and all this stuff.
Look at this road, the way it goes right up beside the mountain.
Imagine driving this in real life. Holy mackerel.
There probably isn't a road here in real life.
I won't mind, but the cars aren't even trying to attempt to drive on the road. They're just driving up the side of the mountain next to it. I suppose you've got to cut them some slack. They've done the whole world, haven't they? So you've got to cut them some slack, I guess.
Yep.
Actually, I'm going.
Yeah, the Vietnam Memorial Day.
They did such a great job on some parts of the river, but sometimes the river looks really awesome.
In case anybody's wondering, that is Highway Sierra 1.
Wow.
How close are they to Afghanistan?
They border Pakistan and Afghanistan.
So I wonder how many people trudged through this area when the war was going on. Oh,
Pakistan was also the base of the Taliban back in these days.
Yeah.
yeah, they had their own type Taliban, didn't they? Pakistani Taliban?
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, or what I understood, when Soviets were in Afghanistan, they used to send the children to Pakistan, and they went to the Pakistan mosque schools, and which kind of ended up the modern Taliban in Afghanistan.
Yeah, they're quite Taliban schools.
Yeah, because the border there it's like there's no border. It's a loose border. Flying cars.
They need them there.
We also have some in Germany, but you have to use an airport to take off.
It's about the same time they're going to build roads going vertically up mountains, I'd imagine.
Probably around the same time Masoba will get their,
Together,
their hours straightened out.
Tell you what, lads, that's a big peak that we're coming up to there. Snow-covered peak right at the back.
Oh yeah, I see that, and I haven't got my snow on there, but
I hope we need not go too up there because I won't do it with my helicopter.
I don't want to wreck my $1 trillion Zimbabwe helicopter.
Well, taking in the inflation, it could be 2 million Zimbabwean dollar now.
Speaking of Pakistan, that's where they went and got UBL whenever they took him out. Wonder what was going through his mind when he heard those helicopters landing.
Bullets.
I bet he said, I know the gig's up now.
Bullets were going through his mind. I know a woman I worked with in Rhode Island that her son was on that team that shot him.
Wow.
Also on the team who got the other guy, Muammar Gaddafi.
Oh.
He may have been pulling your leg, because I'm pretty sure Gaddafi wasn't killed by a SEAL team.
He was captured by an Army Ranger group or something.
No. It was the Libyans that captured him and killed him. They captured him for 2 seconds and they shot him in the head.
Yeah, I think
Muammar Gaddafi was hung.
He was torn apart by a mob, wasn't he? I thought.
Yeah, I think
you're thinking of Saddam Hussein
beating him.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Saddam Hussein, not Muammar Gaddafi. Yeah.
Yeah, they pulled him out of a canal or something like that, and he just had a few seconds, and then he was done.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said, "Hey, I got this and this." Pow, is it?
Yeah, this guy was in on the Saddam Hussein.
Merciless people begging for mercy.
Ironic.
Comes around, goes around.
They had a heck of a mess there in that country after he was gone for a while. I don't know if it's still that way.
Yeah, because it's like, anything that, like kids getting candy, you throw a bunch of candy and everybody goes wild. Here's a newborn freedom that we never had. We don't have to listen to that guy anymore. Nobody had direction. Nobody had, control.
Something's got to fill the void, I guess.
Yeah, and there's always, people want some kind of revenge as well.
Right, revenge, yeah.
Are we there yet?
I just got Rocky Mountain Pilot on my side. Are the other ones behind?
I'm right behind you.
Okay, this is where the road turns away from the river. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes inland a little bit. Right, that's where I'm at right now. It's a split in the river is what it is, and you got to stay to the right.
And if they got the elevation data right, it looks awesome from up here.
Just a reminder for everybody to check your fuel.
What I find interesting is as vast as this area is that we're flying through, I zoomed out on little nav map, and what you see around you here goes in all directions like forever. This is wild and woolly country.
That's a big one. You think they have cell phone towers out here?
It's a Kodiak, baby. I've landed for some packed lunch. Yep.
I just saw 5 cars driving together in formation on the road.
Nice. Well, I'm 11 miles from the destination.
Yeah, we must be near you then because we're 17.
Yep. Almost right behind me.
Yeah, I'm 13.
Basically, we've stopped where the river splits from the road.
Oh, you guys landed? I'm just coming up on 18. Should I turn around? Yeah, 218.
Yeah, Loaster, when you passed me a little bit ago, I could hear your airplane engine. It sounded so cool.
Tell you what, that takeoff was awesome. Honestly, the land just dropped away as it went over a ramp. It was like taking off from HMS Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah.
You can now, can't you? Okay.
No, I haven't.
Well, you need a hook to have it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you
like
can
an F18
download,
or something.
Yeah, you can download a F18 with hook and aircraft carrier suitable from flightsim.to.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't have it.
Anything that lands on a carrier will have a hook.
Yeah, but the default F18 doesn't have a hook in the
It
seat.
should.
You have to download a modded F18.
Yeah, that's crazy because it should. Every F-18
Yeah.
has a hook.
Are the carriers static or are they moving? I downloaded this packet as well.
Well, they are static. I don't know which company it was, but there is a released moving aircraft carrier.
Yeah, that's
But
in
you have to
the
pay.
Microsoft shop. Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty expensive. Thought it was about 20.
Look at
Just
this
one
town.
carrier.
Wow, this is a whole village full of people. I looked at the carriers. You know, I was looking at the, you know, the one you can buy or whatever, and the there's a lot of things on them that just don't look right. The islands are too far forward. Elevators are changed.
If you want to fly with a carrier, you need the one from DCS. That's very well done.
Is it? Yeah.
The whole deck crew is operational, and they do all the hand signals and react to the aircraft. Catapults work. The arrestor cables work. The elevators work. They're coming out of the briefing room. It's really pretty impressive.
Wow, that'd be something.
And it moves.
Oh, that's, yeah. I used to have a game years ago when I first started getting on here back in 95, 96, somewhere in there. I had this game that you landed on an aircraft carrier and took off, and everything was working right. All pre-9/11.
Me? I love it. I have thousands of hours in an airliner flying from one continent to the other, but I much more prefer the H145 now in VR. It's incredible.
You second the motion.
Did anybody else notice the writing on the side of the mountain?
Yeah, I saw that.
Really?
Defenders.
I didn't.
What did it say?
Defenders of North.
Yeah, it said Defenders of the North NA Scouts.
Is that an airport right there?
I'm gonna land in just right there.
It'd be on the right side before you get to the airport, on the right side mountains.
Oh, before the airport? Okay.
Matt,
Just before it.
Papa Golf Tango.
Elfish Lotus, I'm gonna land in over the letters.
There was some custom scenery for this airport too that I saw on TO.
No.
Oh.
Yep.
No, this is the. I can see it in the.
Yeah, that's what you downloaded, Iceman. That airport scenery. You said it had the H for the helicopters on the runway.
Yeah, Iceman, I'll fly over to where the words are so you can see them in case you miss them. I'll be right over by them. I don't know what that's about. Maybe I have to do a Google search.
Bridge up ahead, Iceman. Bridge up ahead.
And there's cars driving under the bridge, so be careful.
It looks like it's got a Pakistani flag above it.
It's a pretty cool town, this, though, isn't it?
Oh yeah. There it is. I see it. Somebody
Yeah,
should take a picture of that.
India and Pakistan have their tensions, huh?
Oh, I've just seen the writing. I know what you mean by the writing now. Oh, yes, that is a fun thing to watch. Talk about hatred to each other.
Yeah, the Kashmir and all that.
Yeah.
Look at that. Wow. I can't believe they put that in the scenery.
That was a rough landing. Had bumps all over the place.
I'm just wondering if there is like a nuclear war between us and Russia, if these other countries will just go ahead and nuke each other too.
I don't hope so.
Tell you what, if there is a nuclear, if there's a third world war, don't expect Pakistan to be on our side.
I wouldn't expect anybody in the Middle East to be on our side.
Nor India, the way it's going.
Wow, that's pretty wild how that's on there. I'm hovering right by it.
Wow, that's pretty bad. I see you, Chris.
Yep, the Indian government are not friends of the U.S. these days.
No, they want to be with Russia.
Hey, Matt, look at this. Hey, you can take a drive up the street in your plane. Look at this.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Pointed.
And that doesn't even make sense to me why they want to be friends with Russia. I mean, look how small their economy is.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
See it?
Let me tell you something.
Now everybody wants to roll dice in this new world order game.
Yeah. Well, they all want to be dictators. That's the whole thing. They all want to be a dictator. They're all egotistical nuts.
I know people don't want to hear about it, but Zelensky's actually a dictator as well.
Alexander Luhansk, what's the last name? Lukashenko.
Zelensky, I think.
Are you talking about Volodymyr?
Yeah, he's talking about Vladimir.
The Ukrainian president is a dictator, is what I'm trying to say.
Why are you saying he's a dictator?
Yeah.
Because he's been in office for a long time and he threw his opposition in prison.
How long has he been in office? 2 years?
A little longer than that.
One thing I do know is that he was a stand-up comedian and he was also the voice of the Ukrainian Paddington Bear.
Yeah, he came to office in 2019.
Yeah, Ukraine is not a democracy. It's a aristocracy right now. It's not a democracy.
Well, they were trying to make it into a democracy, but it didn't work so well.
I think the guy before him was more of a he was more on the sort of kind of Iron Curtain kind of thing, shall we say? Wasn't it the guy before him?
Yeah, it was. He was a friend of Putin's.
Poroshenko.
Yeah.
And Yanukovych as well, I think.
And you know, I don't care what they are. No one deserves to be treated the way they're being treated by their neighbors right now. That's for sure.
No, it's just, you know, they were trying. They've been a country for 30 years on their own, and they were trying to build up a democracy. But you know, it's a hard road to go. Russia tried it, and it kind of failed. You know, even under Gorbachev.
If you ever served in the military, if you watch that videos from Russian troops getting off their carrier vehicles and stuff like that under an ambush, you think, what's up? Why are they so incompetent? No one's taking action. No one's ordering or somebody's talking. They just wait and ask for, hey, what should we do now? That's the problem of such an autocracy.
I'll tell you what they are good at, though, is the sort of media side of it, the Ukrainians. Fair play to them. They are good at the media side. You know, they put a lot of information out there, don't they, into the world.
Oh, yeah.
No, I watch Russian videos from Russian soldiers because I want to see both sides of the medal. And there I can see that they're really incompetent. This is not military action. This is just like a kindergarten club. They get out their vehicle and just hide, and there's no fighting back, no orders, no plan, nothing like that.
Well, that's the difference between...
They're all conscripts, aren't they?
That's clearly they're conscripts. It's the difference between a free volunteer military compared to a conscript.
Yeah, but part of the problem is they're all the generals are scared to say anything to Putin. That's part of the problem.
Well, they don't have an NCO corps either in the Russian army. The officers, the high-ranking officers, are on the battlefield. And like us, we have senior NCOs.
Right.
Okay, so thank you.
They're all scared. That's the whole thing. Everybody's scared over there that if they say the wrong thing, they get a bullet in their head.
We learned at the German military that if we are in battle, we are independent. So if an officer gets killed, the next sergeant with the highest ranks is going to take over the action. But that's not working in the Russian army because they just have to ask, oh, who should be the next one in charge?
Right.
So appreciate everybody joining the flight today. Apparently it is a bit shorter than usual. I don't know how this happened, but do appreciate it. I'm going to sign off and do a quick raid on Twitch. So anybody that's in Twitch, I appreciate if you hang out and just let me get this raid. And let's see who we can raid today.
Yeah, I think this flight was only like 225 miles. Usually we fly around 300, 400 miles.
I didn't know it was over. Thanks for bumming me out, Iceman.
Oh, man.
Lots of fun, though. Great flight.
It was. I loved it.
Appreciate everybody.
Yeah, thank you, Chris, for the plan.
Especially, it feels nice to see such a lot of H-145s around me.
It was a great plan. Appreciate it, Chris. Uh-oh. What happened to my raid was canceled?
Thanks for not firing more than about 5 or 6 rockets at me tonight. It was a nice change. Thank you.
You know, if anybody ever wants to fly, you know, and I'm not exactly sure how to do it. I guess we could just talk on Discord. Couldn't we just put me down as a friend?
Yeah, you know.
Oh, by the way, I did that friend asking by a few of your guys.
Great. In Discord or in simulator?
On Discord.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you go into Discord like Chris and I. If I see Chris is on Discord down in, I usually go in the hype room, you know, and if I see Chris, I'll say, hey, what are you doing? You know, something.
And then because I'm so poor at it, I'll get back to him about 5 days later.
Yeah, you know, it's all right. I see how you are.
I was flying with someone.
I think I'm going to join Iceman and, you know, go after you.
I was flying with someone the other day called Feigning Goat, and he knew you guys.
Feigning Goat, yes. Yes, he has flown with us once or twice.
And there's another fellow there, too, and I cannot remember his name.
Well, now I get...
Yeah, I had a good time flying around Barcelona and Seville.
Did you see the barber?
No.
The Barber of Seville?
Nice opera.
All right, guys.
Yeah,
Thanks again for a good flight. Appreciate everybody flying with me. It's great to have everybody with us. And it was a really good flight plan, Chris. Thank you.
Yeah, and at least nobody got killed.
Yeah.
Nobody got killed.
Everybody's doing good.
All right, guys. Well, take it easy. Have a good night. Good flying with you all.
All right, we'll talk to you later. Be good. Don't do anything I would do, and if you do, don't name it after me.
Okay.
So I'm sorry. So if I open up Discord now and I see the people are online, I can talk to them directly, correct?
Correct. You can.
Yep.
Okay, I'm still learning. I appreciate your patience.
There's a little phone symbol